Hello everybody, it's Ginny the Wizard here once again for another quick little tarot reading, oracle reading, and I have some cool little tools here today. Not only do I have my classic tarot, I have interesting, the animal apothecary oracle that I'm going to be using today, pulling a card from, but also my own oracle deck that I created, filled with a lot of astrology definitions and cards and colors. And I spent a lot, like a good few days working on these. They're filled with a lot of astrology definitions and stuff and energies that I can use to better spiritually understand the message. And I felt like it was a great tool that I was excited to use. And of course, the spiritual astro dice that I'm just going to get into right today and see what message, because it's been a while. And I want to get right into it and keep it cute, keep it short, and see what we got today. And I can hopefully make more of these for y'all more consistently. And happy Taurus season, by the way. It's my birthday almost coming up. So I'm so happy to celebrate my another year around the sun. And it's my season, Taurus. So happy birthday to all the Tauruses out there. And I'm happy to experience this astrological new year with y'all. So let's see what we get. We've got second house, almost said third house, but it's second house in Cancer. We got Jupiter in Cancer in the second house, so that's funny. Jupiter isn't actually in Cancer right now, so it may be transiting one of your second houses. If you may be actually a Gemini rising, this could be for you. But if not, it's funny because I actually just recently had my Jupiter return not too long ago. I think it was last year though, because Jupiter isn't transiting through Cancer. So that's pretty cool, actually. And in the second house, that's giving me stability, values, even money making, feeling secure, growing emotionally. That would be the key term that I wrote on my card when I put for Jupiter in Cancer. So I wouldn't be surprised if that comes up when I'm drawing my cards. But basically, the main energy is nurturing, but also growing emotionally. It's giving like King of Cups energy. Becoming emotionally mature, emotionally well-founded, grounded, learning more about yourself and what you need to not only survive, I heard, but also for yourself, for your own well-being, growing, not only mentally, but more so, like learning the heart chakra energy, heavy heart chakra energy when it comes to that second house, because that's also Taurus energy. So big on the just like almost feeling like what you need. Also, something that's interesting is like food, like comfort and food. Big Taurus, Cancerian, like sextile energy, like because they're sextile, something that they can relate upon and agree upon is food. And with this Jupiter energy, it's with the security, nurturing, comforting, something building something secure. It's sort of the vibes here. That could be with money, maybe looking towards building a more comfy, maybe a comfy budget. I feel like you're deciding how to like spend your money on like food or treating yourself more, or deciding more on that, or learning more, like but you're actually seeing the wisdom grow from that. Like you're actually like expanding your horizons and starting to go somewhere else when it comes to that. So very exciting energy. So let me just pull on my tarot cards and let's see what lovely energy we get from today. So we've got Queen of Pentacles upright. I actually didn't freaking shuffle these like turnaround. Even though I pull my cards, I kind of have some upright, some reversed. But regardless, we're just gonna get into the energy. But the Empress, Queen of Pentacles is upright, and then we've got Page of Pentacles reversed, Two of Wands reversed, and then Six of Cups reversed. Definitely when it was like expanding and like learning, because Jupiter is this like big wise philosopher energy about like learning from the past. Definitely that Six of Cups reversed is like something from the past is coming up, or some like almost like about like twisted energy about like what could be, but big on like the self-care and self-routines, and about like you really know what works and what makes you feel comforted and grounded. There could be a bit of confusion here about like some clarity about like on exactly the paths to go if you want to exactly grow, because the Page of Pentacles is reversed, so it's almost like you almost like feel like you could go somewhere you're not necessarily too excited to go somewhere, and more so just focusing on yourself. And big on the heavy on the Taurus energy and the Cancer energy here. Definitely you just want to focus on your diet for sure, focus on your health, your money, get your money up, not your funny up. But more so, like, I feel like you're really, oh god, I'm feeling it just all in the digestive system and the stomach, the solar plexus. Just someone here could have just had like a gut cleanse, or just recently like changed their diet, or definitely because you're not really ready to like really ambitiously ready to go yet. You're sort of doing some reflecting. What do you want to hold on to, and what do you want to let go when it comes to emotionally? Big on like Jupiter and Cancer in the second house. Like you're learning, gaining wisdom, because Jupiter is gaining wisdom, gaining abundance through life experience, and you're really upping the self care, what you need to like take care of yourself and what matters with your values. Big on the values to nurture yourself, and looking at the past, and if there was something clinging on that you weren't letting go of, or something that was trying to hold on, an old idea, an old belief, an old friend that you grew out of, or perhaps an old way of looking at things, or looking like I can only view life this way, or only take on life this way, only go about it this way, only make my money this way, you know. People told me I can only make my money this way, or I can only explore these certain avenues. Maybe you're exploring certain avenues for yourself, but you're taking your time with it, and that's the important thing that I see here. Whenever I see reversal cards, I never see bad energy, or stagnant energy, or anything of lack, or anything bad, or a person who even isn't trying. Honestly, what I see is just a clue that there's some nuance to all of these cards and the energies, you know, and whenever I take them upright and reverse, they mean different things to me. And what I see here is that someone who's really big on upping their self-care, finding their values, finding their routines, taking care of just their surroundings, cleaning it up, doing big on the spring cleaning, um, making lots of home cooked meals, and maybe you just found, I keep wanting to say, you developed a new face routine. Like your face is looking like glorious lately. Like you're just showing up and showing out. Like people can notice it, and you're not really letting the past hold you back. It's something here about some emotions from the past that maybe are causing some confusion now, but because it is, you're doing the right thing and just focusing on yourself, which is good. So, wow, that's awesome. I wonder what some of my personal cards here come up. I want to see some of the, ooh, that was a lot right there, but I'm trying to get better at shuffling these. But they're index cards, and there's 180 of them. So I did some about like pretty much all of the planets, all of the signs for sure, and even the generational planets. I did ones for all of those. And I put the years on those as well. And the moon phases and Chiron I included, you know, to get some of that, you know, shadow work messages in there. Because I'm always, you know, like big on helping people want to grow and evolve, but also like I'm big on hyping people up too. So I'm never gonna judge you, honey. Let's see what we got here. Chiron and Capricorn, fear healed by courage. So definitely, it's funny because I actually have that placement. But it also could be in your 10th house. So definitely having the courage to do something that you know is best for you, best for your life, having the fear to just try it. Both this Page of Pentacles reversed, you know, it's definitely like you have some ambitions about like maybe people made you feel bad for having a lack. You used to maybe have a lack mentality, or you're growing from that lack mindset. Trying to heal that by just trying to better step out and show out for yourself. Good on you. And it all starts from within. I can see that. Aries energy here with the Ram, wanting to just go out, just do it, okay? We've also got Pluto and Pisces, seeking ultimate beliefs through faith. So using your faith to ultimately seek out what you believe in that may not be clear to you. Okay, it's a big transformation regarding something that you can't really see, but you're using your faith and using what you know works for you. And it's funny because that Six of Cups is reversed, which can mean you're starting to recognize what in the past you're kind of outgrowing, especially emotionally. With this Jupiter and Cancer as well, Jupiter in a water sign. We're big on the emotional growth. The whole collective is. We're going through some emotions. So don't be hard on yourself if you've been crying a lot lately with that Jupiter and Cancer. But Jupiter in Cancer is a good one. I think they say it's like Jupiter's at home in Cancer, or Jupiter's in benefic in Cancer, or something like that. But ultimately, heavy on the water energy. Ooh, we got Neptune. Oh, it's funny. Neptune in Capricorn, and also the 10th. Constructively inspired. So definitely inspired, heavy on the inspiration. But Neptune's a very watery planet, very porous, very amorphous. You can't really see it, or can't really, very inspirational. That's why you're inspired by Neptune. Again, it's heavy on the emotions and stuff, but also inspired to build something that works for you, something that works, that's actually long lasting and stable. And all this 10th house energy coming out right under the Empress, which is a major arcana card, and it's upright for you. so you're able to become this better manifester for yourself, grow beautifully, heavy on the growth. And with the second house, your money, you could be having a lot of good financial growth in like the next like 3 to 6 months. I could feel like your savings could be like going up. Intensely inspired, Neptune and Scorpio are the eighth. So again, the eighth house energy, it could be have to deal with either taxes. Your taxes could be coming in if you recently did them, or working with others, like if people owed you something maybe you didn't know about, or being intensely inspired by like maybe if you and your partner have like a shared bank account, or if you both are working, something to do with that. Maybe something that isn't classically that you have like the most control over, but maybe a situation is going to come up in like the next 6 months to a year, or maybe like 3 to 6 months, something like where you're overall looking at like, because of the self-care that you're upping up, it's going to create an opportunity for something more. Pluto in Aquarius, seeking humanitarian ideals by listening and innovating, listening to yourself, listening to others. That's the thing, listening with others to be other, yeah, idealistically inspired. Neptune and Libra. So again, with this Neptune energy, inspiration, but that's not quite clear. And again, transit moon in Libra. So again, like these emotions about like other people. So again, like learning to care for yourself, but this Libra energy and the seventh house energy, it's about like when it comes to others that you have like certain contracts or connections with, certain promises with, or certain like if you are in a partnership or in a relationship, you're learning to like manage that money better, but also learning to listen to yourself with this Aquarian energy. And that, what was it, Aries and Aquarius, so they're sextile, so it's being creatively yourself. Moon in Sagittarius fills through its experiences, wanting to expand. So you have this need, this urge to want to go out lately, want something new. So you're exploring your own self-care, wanting to be something, wanting to fixing it. You're fixing it in. Fixed energy preserves. Persistent, consistent, reliable, determined, great reserves of power, can be stubborn and set in their ways. Okay, and that's Aquarius energy. So, okay. So I know I said a lot of signs and I said a lot of things at once and I pulled a lot of cards at once, but what I'm getting here is that you're up in the self-care. You're finding what works for you, finding what you value, okay? And you're growing off of that. You're taking some risks for yourself here with that Aries energy, but with that, there's a lot of everything here. What I'm getting is that you're really big on you, and it's helping you whenever you do come to people. If you are living with significant others, I feel like as many of you could be here, or if you're living with yourself, maybe it's the way you talk to yourself, or if it's the contracts that you have with your job. If you are living with yourself and you're focusing one time on yourself and you truly live alone, this Libra energy, it could be truly contracts with that seventh house energy. Transit moon in Libra, with the moon, that's always like what you're emotionally triggered by lately. It's giving me signs of. So it's Sagittarius and Libra, so it's transiting through Libra, so it has to do with equilibrium and indecision when it comes to deciding with yourself, contracts being set in your ways with that fixed energy also. But then also Sagittarius fills through its experiences, so it's like also your past experiences, so it's like wanting more for yourself, again wanting to achieve more, grow, but also like stabilize it, you know. So when it comes to the money, that second house energy, so what you need to grow off of, what you need for you, because second house feeds into the first house. It's like every house is going to feed or have that nurture that feeds into the previous house. So when you know yourself, the first house, you know, you go into the second house with what you need, because what you need, that food, is going to give your body health and nutrition. You know, just as the third house, all that knowledge and all that, you know, like all the things you're learning, it helps you know how to better achieve money and better make money and get food. And then fourth house, when you're emotionally stable, then you can better learn and receive information and knowledge. In fact, I could go on and on, but basically you're learning, and it could be happening rather intensely with your emotions. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if like the emotions card came up, and if I were to pull that Moonology Oracle deck. But anyways, I feel like I'm saying way too many words. But regardless, the point is, with this Pluto and Aquarius also, when this popped out, it's like seek humanitarian ideals, or just seek ideals in general for yourself that seem more human, more down to earth, more better for you, not like treating you like a robot, by listening and innovating. So pivoting almost, you know, with that Page of Pentacles reversed, you're really gonna take your time finding out a different way of making money that works for you, something innovative or creative, but something that's down to earth for you, to where you can still take care of yourself in the meantime. You want to fix that in something new, but something you, something new, something you. Filling it out, something that's uniquely you, but something new. Equilibrium and a decision, because you want to be more balanced. Yeah, but you're already a person who knows what gives you the growth that works for you. So don't lose sight of that. What always works for you. Spirit, I just want to get one card from this lovely oracle deck for the animal cards. But we got a little bit. Okay, it's in you. Ooh, that's a beautiful card. I was going to read I was planning on reading the definitions and the interpretations from the book, but I might as well just interpret these intuitively because several came out. But it's in you, and I see all these emeralds and this lion focusing on you and that heart chakra, green energy, that self-care, that lion heart pride. Ooh, the illusion. Then that brain with the shark, number 13, possibly doing a transformation of like some mental struggles. A metamorphosis, yeah, change in that. Something looking completely different from what it once was before, being able to fly and grow rather than crawl and walk, And then nourishment while waiting. Oh, taking care of yourself while waiting to grow. So you got to take care of yourself while you look at the little hamster and look at the little like baby like bird. I don't know. I wish I could read the interpretations of these cards, but I don't want to take the time to like really go through all that. And I think it's better if I just wing it and just interpret these like intuitively. Look at all that self-care energy, that love. Take care of yourself while you're growing. You're still like a baby bird waiting you to fly, So don't like push yourself to fly just yet. Big on the self-care, big on knowing what it is to make money. Someone here, I feel like definitely big on the self-care while working, while you're finding a new way to make money better for yourself and up level your whole life and get a bigger, better city or apartment or whatever the next level is for you personally, because we're all going at our own pace. But definitely, yeah, and the last one, Master Manifester with that crow and the spider. Ooh, I love spiders because they remind us that it takes time to weave things, to weave webs, and they look so beautiful and they're delicate and intricate. But spiders, for their size, are very powerful beings and also crows too. They're very intelligent and they can fly and they remember too. So you're a Master Manifester and you're little by little weaving your web while taking care of yourself. And you're doing it by, again, you're healing your fear by being courageous with yourself, taking the charge, leading the charge, Aries energy, but also the quiet revolutionaries. Quietly, you're going to make something different, fixing it in by filling your experiences, but as these emotions come through as you want to grow more, again, that Sagittarius Libra, because they're also sextile, so it's like you want to, you're excited to go, but as you learn more about yourself, take it at its own pace, set that in with yourself. I feel like ultimately you're going to seek your ultimate beliefs by like having a little faith here and knowing that like definitely keeping in mind that like what doesn't work, keeping in mind what does work does, and constructing your life and getting the bag because you're the Empress, baby. You're growing and everything's looking good and you're fixing that in. It's funny because the last card I got was fixed preserves. You're preserving that and you're fixing it in. You could be any of these signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, because you're naturally just really good. Or you could be just in that energy of just like wanting to settle in that big self-care energy, Empress, Aphrodite, Taurus, wanting to grow your own garden, focusing on yourself. But it's again your emotions to better create new opportunities and changes for yourself. Wow, so that you can better go somewhere else. Wow, but you're just at the very beginning. You're thinking about it because you don't want to do something quite yet because it would be unwise to do so. But the best thing you can do is just wow, because you know what works. You know what foods are best for your body. You're upping your diet is good. I know your diet is good. You're putting more color in your life, more personality. You probably just changed your phone wallpaper or lock screen, or you're thinking about it. Wow. Or maybe redecorating your room, taking a shower, maybe changing the scent of your body soap. I don't know, something like that. But just, little things. It's like little things like that leading to big things, helping you become a better master manifester, believe it or not. And ultimately, you're not going to know who you are a year from now, but it's going to be you're gonna be where you want to be, and that's crazy. Whoa. Anyways, that's what I'm getting. But as these people come and go, these bosses, friendships, coworkers, or especially like partnership and relationships, keep in mind to take care of you and know that as you balance it out, things will work out in your favor. I love you guys, and that's the message for today, and that's what I got for y'all. So I hope that this resonated and that y'all have a lovely day, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.